dust into your face? Oh. And your face didn't do a good job catching it.
To make benches like the ones on the actress books, how they make the benches all on fire.
Okay, so hang on. Always forget something. Always forget at least one thing. But anyhow, hi and welcome back, or welcome to, who knows? Who really knows who you are? Unless you tell me in the comments below, I don't know. But where do I begin? So let's start. Let's just pretend like you've never seen a video of mine before and you have no idea who I am, and I'll tell you who I am. So my name is Catherine and I live in Australia with a kind of a weird accent with my lovely husband Ben, who I think is currently cutting something, screwing, building something. I don't know. And together we have 10 children. Yes, 10 children. They are all our children. They are all single births. And just, if it's amazing to you, then there you go. Anyhow, I have been wanting to do this video for quite some time, and finally today is the day. I said to my husband, just continue on with the life like normal, but I prefer no people to run through naked or talking about poo. So we'll see if that happens. But basically what I wanted to talk to you guys about today is decluttering, organizing, selling, where to begin when we decide we don't want this stuff anymore. Because I know that it could be very, very challenging. So what I've been doing recently, because I first got into simple living and realizing that living with less was better back in 2014. So this has been me basically trying to edit down the house, remove the things that we might still like, might still be very useful and wonderful, but we just do not use it. We literally don't use it. So if you have children and you are kind of struggling with certain things you're not so sure of, you can do one thing that I have recently done, which is trial separation. So these games, for example, I took them out of the cupboard because I needed space for other things, and I put them into my closet. I didn't get rid of them. My children knew that they were there. They knew we still had the games, and I just waited. And I waited to see if they were interested in them. Every now and then, do you want to play that game? Nah. But I still like it. It's nice. And it's separating those emotions. Sometimes the trial separation of the stuff helps you be okay with letting it go. So the plan with some of this stuff is purely to just throw it away, give it away, sell it. That's the plan. So I'll show you examples of those 3 categories, and then I hope in subsequent videos I can share more knowledge with you of how we manage to have a fairly organized and peaceful home. And yes, so if you're interested in seeing the way that a family of 12 in not a huge house survives, make sure you subscribe so that when I start doing more of these videos and uploading and stuff like that, you can see them and you can see how things operate for us. Okay, so I want to start this with going back to 2014. In 2014, I was pregnant with my 7th child. I've had all 10 children within a 14-year space of time. So I was pregnant with my 7th child. I was starting to spring clean and deep clean the place, and I was just moving stuff from one end of the room to the other, and I was like, I don't want to keep doing this. I don't want to keep moving stuff around to clean and then put it back. So I started mass decluttering, huge tons, van loads, large amounts of decluttering. And My husband was like, you can get rid of whatever you want, but don't touch my Lego, don't touch my stuff. And he's a very agreeable, lovely, nice guy, but he just didn't want me to touch his stuff. So the other day when I brought out these, you okay, Leah? Yeah. His beloved lawnmower shoes that he truly loves. He has bought a replacement pair of lawnmower shoes, and the idea is at home you wear your junky shoes, and then when you go out to the shops you're a little bit more presentable. He often forgets, and he's still wearing his lawnmower shoes when he's out and about, but hey, we are not fancy people. But we're also, we don't want to live like that. So anyhow, the other day, he said, get rid of them. You don't have to tell me twice. He wants to get rid of them, they're gone. So these are going in the trash. This is a trash example. Then we move on to things that we keep because I think it's like a society thing, like we should keep this because everyone has them. But if you don't use them, this is what happens to them. They get wrecked all by themselves. These just literally wrecked themselves by sitting in the cupboard. So these were those, oh, let's save some black shoes for if I go to a wedding or a funeral or something fancy. And then when you don't go, look at this. I don't even know how that happened. But these shoes are going. And then I'm like, what about your other shoes? And he's like, what other shoes? Like, you got your lawnmower shoes, your boots, your other pair of boots, the Vans, and your sandals. And he's like, the Vans, the boots. These are his street shoes. The brand is Vans. Never wears them. Didn't even remember he had them. So he's like, get rid of them too. So that's three pairs of shoes. And then he had also received new work boots. So he said get rid of his old work boots. So four pairs of shoes gone. I only own 6 pairs of shoes. I think I've got saltwater sandals, thongs or flip-flops, my slippers, and my Adidas. And 3 pairs of Skechers. Wow. That was a lot of thinking. So that's all I have for shoes. I used to have high heels and all these other things, which was kind of the same point as having the black fancy shoes for a wedding. I ended up selling my high heels because I don't wear them. So, and my feet changed size when I was pregnant, so then they didn't fit me. So that was also problematic because my feet became bigger than the shoes and that didn't feel nice at all. So, yeah. So what was that? That was just the stuff you can just throw away. You don't need to keep that. And I'm a very frugal person, so for me to actually say I'm throwing it away and not keeping it, it's kind of a big deal. My next category is things that are very lovely and that we were generously given, but we will not use. So I was given some fake flowers. They're beautiful. I mean, even though they're fake, they have like a nice perfume smell and they're really lovely, but I won't use them. I'm thinking, can I wrap them around my little free library? Can we decorate for Valentine's Day? Where can we put them? And I ended up just deciding to let them go. So stuff that's still really good was very generously given to you that you might just not want anymore. Sometimes you can give them away on your Buy Nothing group, which I have done other videos about Buy Nothing groups and I think they're fantastic and I love them. So now that I've officially shown these to you, I can give them away on my Buy Nothing group. need this. We just don't need it. So if you're given a toy and you're, like I said, you're grateful for it, thank you very much, but you have a million other blocks and actual Lego and actual Duplo and stuff like that, and you don't want to have this, it might be tempting to try to squeeze it in with the stuff you already have, but that's like a delayed decision. You're not actually being decisive, like, we're not keeping this thing anymore, it needs to go. So now, through my exercise decluttering muscles, I am capable of just assessing it, really thinking about it, talking to the family, and then making a decision, get rid of it now rather than just delaying. Rather than delaying the decision and putting it off and attaching emotions to things, let's just be decisive and let things go. So this will go as well. Oh, and an added tip with buy nothing groups is sometimes you can bundle things together and get rid of like whole lots of stuff. So behind me, I have a ton of like display folders and document wallets and extra texters, markers, crayons, pencil cases, all extra that we just don't need. So I'm going to bundle that together and just say to the person, if you want any of this, you have to take all of it. And then it's like a whole lot of stuff gone in one fell swoop, which is great. My next category that I want to talk about is selling stuff. So I have had a measure of success with selling things, particularly on Marketplace, and I like to write funny and, I was gonna say curious, comical. I like to write funny ads to help generate desire. I don't know, I just like writing funny ads and then people come and buy my stuff and give me cash and it's great. So I have different things that the family has given me. So my husband gave me this stealth, it holds like your headphones and a controller. He doesn't want it anymore, he uses something different, so I'm gonna try to sell that. Hey baby! And then there's other stuff that I've just made a decision, like we're gonna decrease some collections a little bit. So I've pulled out a few things from our Duplo collection that I'm going to try to sell. So it's genuine Lego Duplo and like old school stuff like this. And I'm gonna try to sell it and see if I get any money for it. The other thing is sometimes even you as the parent buy a gift for your child that you think they're totally gonna love it and use it all the time, and they never do, like literally never. So this little like drill set that I got for my son for his birthday, he literally has zero interest in it. He's behind the couch playing with cars right now. That is what he's interested in. Just because as the parent I thought he's gonna be interested in this, it doesn't mean he actually will be. So I think I'll just give this away on my Buy Nothing group and someone will be stoked. I can just say, here you go. Here's a ready-made present for your child. Or if I do decide to sell it, I might bundle it together with something else, which is, where is it? Please hold. It's my weakness, guys. It's the wooden stuff. So I have this little pit stop kit that I got for my son. I actually thrifted this and it was brand new. And it comes with the little cars. Hey, I'm missing the red car. I have to find the red car. But basically inside of it you've got tracks and it builds this like whole big track circular thing. You've got your cars and then when you don't want it all unpacked, you pack it up again. So I'm gonna try to sell that. I might try to sell it with the drill set, but I'm actually gonna try to, I think I could sell that. So sometimes you have stuff that you do really like, and like I homeschool. So that's also a trap as well. Like, oh, this might be a good learning thing, quiet time thing. If the kids never play with it, like they literally might just throw it all around the room or never play with it, get rid of it. Like, let it go. Free yourself from the burden of keeping these things. And there's a difference between your kids making a big mess, but they're actually playing. I don't think if the kids make a big mess and they're actually playing a game that I should get rid of stuff. The kids always pack away their own stuff, so we don't have a trashed house at the end of the day. But it's more the actual just dumping it out and running away. You might as well get rid of it and save yourself the headache of, you know, having to look after all this stuff that you'll never use it. So just free yourself from the burden. But, oh, and I'll show you my big bag. Hang on. So this huge massive bag that I just showed you is full of stuff that I still kind of need to deal with. Some's gonna be trash. Like over Christmas when I bought presents for the kids, I would save the receipt so I could be all like organized and everything. I don't need those receipts anymore. We've kept everything. So I'm proud of myself. I actually bought stuff and we managed to keep all of it. But other things, some's buy nothing, some's throw away, some's give away, some's whatever. So having this big, huge bag that I could just toss things in until a day like today where I could deal with it helps a lot as well. So hopefully some of what I've shared has made sense to you. If you have questions about things that I've spoken about or it made no sense, just comment below and let me know. Or if you are decluttering, organizing, and sorting yourself out as well, feel free to join in the conversation so that we can encourage each other along into living a really streamlined, simplified, peaceful, contented life with the things that we have. And there was one last thing I was going to say. Beth came in the room and I just forgot everything. Oh, the whole point. This isn't let's sort our lives out once and for all, because I don't know about you, but life continues on. Hopefully, it continues on after this video. So this is sorting stuff out for now. You know, we can thank ourselves later for dealing with these mass amounts of stuff. Become a good gatekeeper so you're not letting in huge floods of things that you're back in this position again in the next couple months. And happy decluttering and organizing. This is truly one of my really big passions. So I hope that, like I said, you will subscribe and we can just, you know, kick goals. Let's kick goals this year. Make 2022 a year of starting again, being okay, and enjoying life. So until next time, I will work out whoever came inside, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys. So, just in case you're extra nosy, this huge pile of stuff is all stuff that I'm going to start to very seriously deal with today. Just because you love it and it's cool and everybody else uses it doesn't mean you have to as well.
Mama.